Without our health, nothing matters anymore. So, welcome to day 7. My name is Lucy. I'm on this journey of 35 days of entrepreneur founder reset. So, today the reminder was about my body, the health. And my body deeply spoke to me. And it was about, I had those rashes on my skin and on my face. And at first I was like, yeah, I know what is it. It's like probably a allergic reaction. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna take it slow. And I could feel my body was kind of fighting inside. So as I went here to do a blood test, I decided, okay, I'm gonna do a annual checkup. And while I was waiting in that room, what came to me is fear. I feel healthy and fit and, all those things. But what if this annual checkup brings something that I didn't know? And it's interesting, this feeling of we prefer sometimes not knowing than going there and maybe being aware. And I was like, Lucy, just do it. Just do it. Because I think it's like everything in life. It's better to know and then after you can act accordingly than, closing your eyes and not knowing, and one day it's gonna get worse and then it's gonna be maybe be too late and all those things. So but it was a great reminder, because I think many of us may not want to do those annual checkup, or we do it because we have fear of getting sick. But me, it was the opposite. It's like, I feel healthy. There's no reason to do it. But I think it's it's a great opportunity to just like, okay, let's just be aware. And for me, it was this. I haven't get the results yet, so we will see in a few days. But it's more about knowing and this deeper knowing. And if the body has something to tell me, okay, I prefer to know it today. So then I can adjust my lifestyle. I can have the right maybe supplement and the thing that maybe my body missed, because at some stage I can understand my body, but I don't understand everything that is speak to me. So this was an amazing reminder to not be worried before having a problem, to not avoid the situation, and just go there with like, okay, I'm open to know, and hopefully there is nothing to know about, but there is maybe. And what I was experiencing is this skin rash, and I was like, oh my God, I am now allergic to something. It's the first time of my life. So I took the opportunity during that blood test to also run the food allergy, and we will see if something declare, something emerge. And it was so interesting because it reminds me my mom, and she was about the same age when she got a lot of allergy to a lot of things. And I was like, oh my God. And I saw her, heading to the hospital in emergency room because, I don't know in English, the quick, where she couldn't breathe properly and all those things. And I was like, okay, I have this in my family, it's better than a check. So I decided to go to the JP and to get it checked, because it was 48 hours. I was like, okay, it's not getting better, it's not getting worse, but it's still there. And the JP was like, okay, you need an injection, you need a IV and an antihistaminic injection. We do it now. So I end up, I don't know, in less than half an hour in a clinic bedroom, and with the injection going into my arm for the first time of my life. And my phone died. So I was really alone by myself in that white room. And I was like, that sucks. I know I'm fine right now and I'm not in the hospital for something big, but it reminded me, my God, when we lost health, nothing else matters. Whatever I would have to do in that day, the priority was there. But it's when you're facing something harder for your health. I'm like, I understand that sometimes nothing else matters. Because if we are not healthy, if we are not fit, if we cannot wake up in the morning, the success, the finances, everything else is secondary. So life reminded me of that today, and it's a gift. It's a gift to have a body. It's a gift to be healthy. It's a gift to, for me, even access to medicine, access to, quick hospital here and have the treatment that needed to be. So I'm very grateful about all of that. And I for many, many years ran my life as not being aware of my body, because probably I was younger, but also because I had to make my way into the world. I had to, sustain my business. I had to make things happening, and I had to survive. And today I'm like, I don't want this stress anymore. I don't want to put my body, myself through those container of stress, because stress is toxic. It's really toxic for the body. And I know there is another way to operate life and business. Not sure exactly how yet, because I think it's all those processes around what I do already, where I take pause and I look back and I take perspective on what's happening in adjustment way earlier now in this lifetime, this chapter of my life, than before. Before I would lead myself to exhaustion, to burnout, to dramatic situation where my body would have no other choices than stopping me. So now I'm like, okay, I have those little symptoms and reminders, time to health. It's time to slow down. It's time to rest. It's time to prioritize something else. And I'm like, okay, let's listen. And I believe listening more to those signs, even though maybe we want something else. And I was like, no, I want to do that, but not anymore. Like I gave up on that, because I know life is stronger than me. And if life wants to stop me, it's gonna stop me. So I feel like to operate life from a more even productive aspect, like real success, the success that leads you to a life that you truly desire, is actually to surrender to what life is telling you, what your body is telling you. So it's actually is to be a better listener, and not to be stubborn, as I can be as well. No, I plan to do that, so I'm gonna do that. No, it's actually to welcome the flexibility, and it's where I believe in the flow. So not the flow in not knowing where you are heading, but trusting that life is guiding you different paths. And life at the moment is telling me, Lucy, you take care of your body, you do this annual checkup, you do the allergy test, and then I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And maybe I need to stay longer here, and then maybe my body doesn't need to move another place, another city, or go back home right now. So I'm listening to what is unfolding. I'm trusting the flow, but I know the direction. I know where we are heading with life. So I think today is an amazing reminder of that, and to do life from a more restorative and loving for ourselves, like choosing ourselves. Like, yes, I choose my body, I choose my health, I choose to have the time and space to be rested. And this is so important. And the card for today, stillness. Speak to me about stillness. So stillness. In the midst of chaos, I focus on my breath to cultivate inner calm and realign my body, my mind, and spirit. In the midst of chaos, I focus on my breath to cultivate inner calm and realign my body, my mind, and my spirit. That's it. Stillness. See you tomorrow.